Welcome. I am Brittany with Birth It Forward, certified birth and bereavement doula, certified yoga instructor, and family photographer.
Hi, I'm April, a postpartum and labor doula with Birth It Forward.
All right, we are here today to talk about what to do when you don't like your provider. That could be any form of provider. Maybe you don't like your doula.
Yeah.
It happens. Maybe you don't like your nurse, or something's happened to make you feel unsafe with that nurse or your OB, midwife, whatever provider that we're talking about here. Any person that is coming into your birth space that is not part of your support team, well, everyone's part of your support team. So any person coming into your birth space, if you are feeling uncomfortable with them, what are the options that you have? What can you do? And these aren't just hospital based. These can also be birth center or home based. Hopefully you don't really run into this in the home, because generally anyone in that space is someone that you've invited there. But if that does happen to be the case, what are steps you can take?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great topic to dive into today.
Yes. So for starters, you need to talk to your support team. Make sure that you both or all of you are on the same page. What you're feeling is valid. What you're experiencing is valid. And you need to talk about that. It's okay that something has made you feel uncomfortable. It is okay that you talk about that. I said that wrong. It is not okay that something made you feel uncomfortable. It is okay to talk about that.
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So would it be okay for a birthing person to switch their nurse if they just don't connect with them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel that's totally viable. It's not always an option in the way of if you just don't like the person, maybe you're not vibing super great.
Yeah.
Chances are you're probably going to have a shift change happen during your labor anyway. So if it's just a mild, I'm not vibing, we're not fully connecting, what can we do to try and connect with this person? Can we have conversations with this person? Can we ask them about their personal life? Can we tell them information about ourselves so that maybe we can find a way to communicate better? Maybe we can mesh better.
Yeah,
That's the right word.
I like that. Yeah, just finding a different way to connect with them.
Yes.
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 Absolutely.
Find a way to connect. Often as a doula, that is actually part of our role, is finding ways that we can connect with the nurse and the team that is in whatever space we're in. And how can we help our client connect with that individual as well? Actually, I get that kicked off right off the bat.
Yes.
We're starting to build that rapport immediately as soon as we walk into the room and start working with the nurse. It's demeanor a lot of the time. It's not going in combative. So you can also ask yourself, how am I being receptive to what the nurse is saying? Or am I being combative with the nurse? If you're already going in thinking that, oh, the nurse is going to be so bad, she's going to be so rude to me, I'm not going to be heard. If you're going in with these negative feelings, they do feel that. They feel that vibe coming off of you, and all people, not just a nurse, all people feel those vibes and respond to those in whatever way they naturally might respond to something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Energy can be strong and it can.
So what is an idea that you have that someone can help, that how someone can address something such as not liking their provider?
Oh, that's a great question. So at Birth It Forward, we have a really cool process where the doula can just message one of the directors. And so they will actually call the nurses station and say that we need a change of staff in which room. And then after that happens, they will promptly get a different nurse assigned to the room. Whenever the new nurse comes in, they will what made you want to get rid of the other nurse. They won't ask you why you didn't like her, what happened, none of that. They will just completely respect you moving forward. And so it's a really easy, non-confrontational way in order to get a change of staff if you feel like that's what you need to have a positive birth experience.
Absolutely. It's a great process. It also keeps the birth team, so the team that's in the room, whether that's, you know, whomever's there, it keeps them from having to become the bad guy.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
we want everyone to be in a positive experience, and having to have someone ask your support team, like having to ask a provider to leave and please don't come back, you know, that kind of makes you a competitive player in the birth space. So for us, we found we have a much better response to the birth team, or your birth team in the hospital specifically, to have someone else do that call.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, I do too. I love that. What's another scenario that we have that might put a client in a uncomfortable position?
I already forgot what we were talking about.
I got you. Okay, I got you. So there are times when doctors specifically will come in, sometimes a nurse, and say, hey, it's time to do a certain procedure. And it's not necessarily something that our client may want to do at that time or have been thinking about needing to do. We can kind of preempt it and we can have a discussion prior, but a lot of times, you know, it's a surprise when it comes in and we have these talks. Sometimes clients can feel pressured. They can feel pressured to make a decision right then and there and not feel like they have all the information. So something that you can do to work through that is ask for a few minutes.
Can we take that again?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this time because that was great.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we do if a provider comes in and wants to maybe do something, a procedure, and we just need a couple minutes before we're ready? Like we just need a minute to process.
Yeah, you know, that happens all the time. I see it quite regularly. You just ask for a few minutes.
No,
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah. So actually, I found it really good to ask the provider questions first. Ask them about why they want to do the procedure. You might have already had this conversation with them. You know, maybe you've already asked for a few minutes. But ask them questions. Why do we need to do this procedure? They might have already answered it. And if they did, what is the procedure? What effects are we going to have? What are the risks? What are the benefits? And then what you can do is ask for a few minutes. Can I have a few minutes to think this over, to talk with my team, maybe do some research if you want. The doula can always give you information. And if it's something that the doula isn't as educated on, which birth is big, there's a lot of topics in birth. She can always reach out to her team, or he can reach out to their team and get more information for the client. More evidence-based, science-oriented information, not just, oh, I read somewhere.
Yes.
You know, we want
Evidence-based
evidence-based information. We want true, accurate information so that our clients can make fully informed decisions and feel comfortable with that decision.
Yes, feeling comfortable with your decision is extremely important.
Absolutely. So I think we touched base on 3 different scenarios and what you can do to address not liking your provider or feeling uncomfortable with your provider.
Yeah, and if there's any other scenarios you would like us to go over, please put them in the comments and we'll be glad to make a video about them.
Absolutely. I love it. Okay. Thank you for joining us today. I am Brittany.
And I'm April.
And we are with Birth It Forward. So make sure you like and subscribe. Liking the video lets us know that you want more of this particular type of content. Subscribe and then hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever a new video gets posted. We do new videos every Tuesday for Birth Tip Tuesday. Excuse me. And we do videos every Friday with some yoga and preparation for your birth. Goodness, excuse me. Thank you. Bye.